Ladies and gentlemen, UNICEF's International Ambassador to the World's Children, Mr. Danny Kaye.
Thank you. I have been traveling for UNICEF for some 26 years. And as you can well imagine, I have seen people in desperate straits throughout the world. But never have I seen anything more tragic and heartrending than the plight of the men, women, and children in Cambodia. Men, women, and particularly children who are the innocent victims of war. Men, women, and children starving, homeless, sick, and dying. It is inconceivable, it is insupportable that a whole people, its civilization, its customs, its culture, is in imminent danger of being wiped off the face of this earth. Help to save a life. Help to save a people. And be rewarded with the infinite joy of knowing that you have served humanity. Thank you very much.
Tonight, from the Dorothy Chandler Pavilion in Los Angeles, Because We Care. A benefit performance to support Operation California's direct relief efforts in Southeast Asia. Starring in alphabetical order, Alan Alda, Julie Andrews, Ed Asner, Debbie Boone, Glenn Campbell, Natalie Cole, Peter Cook, Billy Crystal, Jane Fonda, Robert Goulet, Valerie Harper, Michael Jackson, Danny Kaye, Chris Christopherson, Marsha Mason, Walter Matthau, Ali McGraw, Dudley Moore, Mary Tyler Moore, The Muppets, Bob Newhart, Peter, Paul and Mary, John Ritter, Seals and Crofts, Shields and Yarnell, Frank Sinatra, David Soul, John Travolta, John Voight, and the World Vision Korean Children's Choir. Because We Care, sponsored by Datsun, who invites you to test drive the all-new fuel-injected 200SX Sport Coupe at your Datsun dealer now. join in. Ladies and gentlemen, our host for the first portion of Because We Care, Miss Julie Andrews.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. The world is not always perfect or fair or just, but it's the only world we'll ever know, and all the people in it deserve not just a taste of it, but a meal to fill their stomachs and warm their hearts, and to be reminded that they are not alone. Caring is what this evening is all about, and caring is what Operation California is based upon. Well, how did it all begin? With two young men who shared a single vision and purpose. These two men who started the organization never for one moment allowed themselves to believe that they could do nothing. They and their operation have thus far spearheaded 5 relief flights to Cambodia, carrying a total of over 100 tons of food, medicine, and infant formula. This gigantic effort wouldn't be a reality today, nor would this evening be possible without these two gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, Richard Walden and Llewellyn Werner. And since we choose to entertain you while informing you, we will do just that with the best that we have to offer. Ladies and gentlemen, the Muppets.
Thank you. Thank you very much. It's really a pleasure to be part of this whole evening. And I have a little song that I'd like to sing. And Ralph, are you going to accompany me on the piano?
Drums!
Yes, Animal, you can play drums, but play them very quietly because it's a simple little song, okay?
Simple!
Okay, good. Shall we begin, Ralph? Sing a song, sing out loud. Sing out strong. Animal! Animal, hold!
Quiet, yeah.
That's a quiet little song. Animal, listen, this whole thing, see, this is not to be a drum solo.
Drum solo! Drum solo!
Animal, will you cut that out? Animal! I'm sorry about that, folks. You'll be quiet now, huh?
Quiet!
A pretty little song.
Pretty!
Okay, well, sing a song, sing out loud, sing out strong. Scooter?
Sing of love there could be.
Franzo?
Sing for you and for me.
Everybody?
Sing a song. Make it simple to last your whole life long.
tune for Marcia Mason, Robert Goulet, and Bob Newhart. Ladies and gentlemen, Marcia Mason.
Good evening, everybody. The film and television industries, of which we are all a part, are used not only for entertainment, but also for reporting. And often they report pain and poverty. We've all heard it said that the camera never lies. And sometimes I think we wish it would. We know you, children of Cambodia. You are like ours, the children of America. You're fragile, hopeful, understanding, curious, learning. You're loving of your sisters and brothers, and laughing with your fathers and mothers. But you, children of Cambodia, unlike our children of America, are quite alone. Uncertain if you will wake to tomorrow, if you will be comforted today, if this morning's spoonful of rice or your mother's milk is your last meal. Children of Cambodia, many of you are orphans. No mother to feed you, no father to shelter you. And you are dying in your beds of cold, disease, and hunger. For you, children, there will be no tomorrow. There is no today. And yet you, daughter of Cambodia, go on dreaming for a next week. Son of Cambodia, go on struggling for a next month. We haven't shared your rice or shared your tears. And you, like our children, have a name. The only difference is we haven't met. It seems that war and its devastation have created a different kind of movie star. Well, the faces that we've just seen will haunt humanity long after the images have left the screen. I beg of you all to think and remember. Thank you.
Thank you, Marcia. And now, here is another of the caring, dedicated people who are joining our show tonight, Mr. Bob Newhart.
You know, the wonderful thing about tonight, I think, is that you will see every religious denomination represented on the stage, because this cause cuts across racial boundaries or ethnic boundaries or religious boundaries, because our religions say basically the same thing: be nice to each other, and I guess that's what this evening is about, and yet they retain their own individualness. For instance, I'm Catholic, and I should say the Catholic persuasion. That is, although I don't remember anyone persuading me to become, my mother and father were Catholic, and so I became. No one came up to me and said, you know, we'd really appreciate it if you become Catholic. And Catholics, we feel guilty all the time because, well, those are the Catholics. They know what I'm talking about. See, when you go to confession, at the end of confession, you always have to say, I'm sorry, Father, I'll never do it again. And you know you're going to do it again. And the priest knows you're going to do it again. And very often you've done it even before you get out of the church. Now, everything was fine till about 5 years ago. We didn't bother the Pope, he didn't bother us. In 1 year, they took away St. Christopher and St. Patrick. Turned out they had been frauds all these years. And I always thought St. Christopher had magnetic feet because you could stick him on your dashboard and he would stay there. Now, the same year, they hit us with a pill. We can no longer use the pill, and we are back to rhythm. Rhythm is by far the most unromantic form of all, because the wife has the thermometer and the chart all the time, and you're in a crowded elevator, and she says, now. No. That's why we drink. That's why Catholics drink. With that kind of pressure, you drink too. See, non-Catholics, they don't understand confession, because we have confession. They don't understand how we go in this little dark room and tell someone else like terrible things you've done. But if you are raised Catholic, there's certain tricks you learn. You sit in the very last pew and you watch the two lines move. Now, whichever line moves the fastest, that's the one you get in. Because that priest wants to get the hell out of there. The hardest part I found in being Catholic was when you're 7 years old, you have to learn the commandments. And they're very hard to learn when you're 7, because you learn it by rote. You really have no idea what you're learning. Because the first one is, thou shalt not worship false idols. Now, I grew up in Chicago. I don't know about other cities. You can drive around Chicago 10, 12 miles, never even see a false idol. And even if you see one, the last thing you're going to do is worship it, you know? Maybe turn to your wife and say, lock the door, honey. I think that's a false idol over there. The other one was, thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's wife, because I never knew what the hell covet meant till I was 18 years old. I always thought the priest was saying, thou shalt not cover thy neighbor's wife. And I didn't want to do that anyway, you know, but it's only a sin if you cover thy neighbor's wife. You can cover all the other wives in the neighborhood, and you're home free. But the minute you cover thy neighbor's wife, you better get the hell to confession. And the neighbor we had was married to the ugliest woman I don't think he coveted her too much, to tell you the truth. Now, one thing we don't have in the Catholic faith that I miss, that they have in the Protestant faith, is the evangelists, the healers. We have nothing even close to that. Exorcism, maybe, you know, a little guacamole, something like that. Now, I saw one last week. I don't even know who it was, but he was a healer. And at the end of the service, I was fascinated by it. At the end of the service, they all line up. And the guy in front, he was on crutches. And this guy talked kind of funny. He said, what is your name, my son? And the guy says, Bill. What is your problem, Bill? And the guy looks at his crutches. He says, I can't walk. See, you know, I'm not being chauvinistic. I think a priest would have spotted that, you know? He said, all right. He says, all right, my son, you will come up on stage. You will stand behind the curtain. I will call out your name. You will drop your crutches. And you will walk. So he comes up. Next guy comes up. He says, what is your name, my son? He said, mine. I beg your pardon, my son. Mine. What is your problem, mine? He said, I don't talk right. He said, all right, Mike, come up on stage. You will stand behind the curtain. I will call out your name, and you will talk as normally as I do. So they're both behind the curtain. He says, all right, Bill, drop your crutches, and you can walk. And nothing happens. So, all right, Mike walks through the curtain, and you can talk normally. And Mike walks through the curtain. He says, Bill, fall down. I would just like to say what an honor it is to be asked to appear here, and what a wonderful thing it is that you're all doing. Thank you very much. Good night.
John Boyd.
This is a 14-ounce box of rice. Rice, of course, is the staple food in the East. The average Cambodian needs from 20 to 30 pounds of rice a month, just to keep the country alive until the next rice harvest will require 40 million times the contents of this box. Even then, it's estimated the March harvest will be only 9% of what's needed. You see, last fall, there were few seeds to plant and too few people strong enough to plant them. We must endorse and encourage those people who are trying to help us change these attitudes, whose vision comes directly from the heart. And that's why I'm here tonight, supporting this effort and sharing this evening with you. As part of this evening's entertainment, for one brief shining moment, here are Lancelot and Guinevere to sing tonight some of the glorious music of Richard Rodgers. Ladies and gentlemen, Julie Andrews and Robert Goulet.
With a song in my heart, I behold your adorable face, just a song at the start, but it soon is a hymn to your grace. When the music swells, I'm touching your hand, it tells me you're standing.
It seems we've stood and talked like this before. We looked at each other in the same way then, but I can't remember where or when.
The clothes you're wearing are the clothes you wore. The smile you were smiling then, but I can't remember where or when. Some things that happen for the first time seem to be happening again. And so it seems that we have met before, and laughed before, and loved before. But who knows where or when?
Do I hear a waltz? Very odd, but I hear a waltz. Such lovely blue Danube music, how can you be still?
Out of my dreams and into your arms I long to fly. I will come as evening comes to a waiting sky.
Falling in love with love is falling from make-believe.
Falling in love with love is playing the
Father, when you're near me and I hear you speak my name, if you'll excuse the expression I use, I'm in love, I'm in love, I'm in love, I'm in love. I got a
beautiful feeling. Everything's going my way.
I'm in love, what a
Beautiful Can I help but rejoice that a song such as ours came to be? But I always knew I would live life through with a song in my heart.
We'll be right back with more of Because We Care with Seals and Props, Natalie Cole and Chris Christopherson.
two young men who have always lent their words, their music, and their consciences to the cause of humanity. And they do so again tonight. Here are Seals and Crofts.
Strong is the light of unity. It can light the world for you and for me. So why don't we reach out and be one planet, one people, please. One planet, one people, please. One planet, one people, please. Please let it be. Please let it be. Storm clouds are coming, I can see it all. The old world is dying, it must crumble and fall. And from every nation I can hear the call. One planet, one people, please. One planet, one people, please. One planet, one people, please. Please let it be. Please let it be. There's never been a people on this earth like us. Stand to gain and prosper or to lose so much. If we just let go so our hearts can touch. One planet, one people, please. One planet, one people, please. One planet, one people, please. Please let it be. Please let it be.
A couple of years ago, America was invaded by the British in the form of a show called Good Evening. We have the entire cast of that show here tonight. Peter Cook and Dudley Moore.
It's midday. Stella, my petal, would you send in the next auditioner, please? How do you do?
Happy day.
Nice of you to come along.
Oh, thank you.
Sparing your valuable time. Thank you very much. Mr. Spigot, is it not?
Yes, Spigot's the name, acting's my game.
I see. Spigot is the name. And acting is your game.
You're it.
Mr. Spigot, we're not here to play tag. If you just settle down for one moment, please.
Oh, thought you might have liked a game.
No, not today. It's against my religion. Now, Mr. Spigot, you are auditioning, are you not, for the role of Tarzan?
Right.
Mr. Spigot, I couldn't help noticing, almost immediately, that you are a one-legged man.
Oh, you noticed that?
When you've been in the business as long as I have, Mr. Spigot, you get to notice these little things almost instinctively.
Yes, well, you're bound to ESP, isn't
That
it, really?
kind of thing, yoghurt. Now, Mr. Spigot, you, a one-legged man, are applying for the role of Tarzan.
Yes, right.
A role traditionally associated with a two-legged artiste.
Yes, correct.
And yet you, a unidexter, are applying for the role.
Yes, right.
A role for which two legs would seem to be the minimum requirement. Well, Mr. Spigot, need I point out to you with overmuch emphasis where your deficiency lies as regards landing the role?
Yes, I think you ought to.
Perhaps I ought.
Yes.
Need I say with too much stress that it is in the leg division that you are deficient?
The leg division.
The leg division, Mr. Spigot. You are deficient in the leg division to the tune of 1. Your right leg, I like.
Ah.
It's a lovely leg for the role. As soon as I saw it come in, I said, hello. What a lovely leg for the role. I've got nothing against your right leg.
Ah.
The trouble is, neither have you. You fall down on the left.
Yes. Yeah, you mean it's inadequate?
It's inadequate, Mr. Spigot.
Yeah.
In my view, the great American public is not yet ready for the sight of a one-legged Tarzan swinging through the jungly tendrils shouting, hello, Jane.
Right, yes, right.
But don't despair, Mr. Spigot. I mean, after all, you score over a man with no legs at all.
Yeah, well, I've got twice as many, haven't I?
Yes, you're streets ahead.
Yes. So there's still hope?
Of course there is still hope, Mr. Spigot. I mean, if we get no two-legged character actors in here within, say, the next 18 months, there is every chance that you, a unidexter, will be the very type of artiste we shall be attempting to contact with a view to jungle stardom.
Oh,
I'm just sorry can't be more definitive at this stage.
Oh,
you must understand with the state of the
Oh,
economy,
absolutely.
we can't afford to
Thank
take
you
any
so much.
responsibility.
Thank you.
Good night, Mr.
Thank
Spigot.
you.
Break a leg. Thank you.
Out of the rubble of another war in another land 25 years ago came a choir of Korean orphan children. Those children have grown and been replaced by others, and now the name tells a happier story. Most of those children are not orphans, but the spirit and courage the choir has always represented continues on. It's my pleasure to present the World Vision Korean Children's Choir.
Together, the you're gone, we get the job done, and then do even more. Whatever the goal, we'll achieve it hand in hand. From deep in our soul, we believe it hand in hand. Nothing can shake us, nothing can make us. We must take our stand and teach one another to reach one another.
We'll be right back with Natalie Cole, Alan Alda, and Mary Tyler Moore.
I now give you Miss Natalie Cole.
And it's about time. What I'm really trying to say is, you may be in a big city, driving down a country lane, yeah, working 2 jobs to make a living. All you do is complain. Well, you should be thankful of what you got. Yes, you should be thankful, yeah, of all you got. Listen to me now. Waking up in the morning, seeing the sunrise. Ooh, it's enough to say, oh, thank you, Lord. Oh, rolling over, seeing my baby's eyes, yeah. It's enough to say, oh, thank you, Lord. And I just want to say thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, Lord. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, Lord. Be thankful, oh, well, for what you got. I know you should be thankful, hey, 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 of all you got. Now, ooh, you may live in the valley, you may live on the highest hill. Some people say you don't do nothing but take the doctor's bill. Or you may be in a nursery or in a classroom, yeah, driving your big fine car. Airplanes take you abroad. Oh, laying out in the sun, yeah, or just working on the run. Whoa, you need to be thankful, yeah, yeah, of what you got. I know you should be more thankful, hey, 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 of all you got. Be thankful, thank you, oh Lord, for all you got. Listen to me now. Oh, you need to be more. Everybody needs to be more thankful.
One of the saddest words in our language is aftermath. It's the terrible result of a horrible event. Sad to say, wars and their aftermaths are nothing new. In the past 200 years, the country has seen war upon war separate reason from our brains, pull children away from their parents, and put distance between husbands and wives. Here are Mary Tyler Moore and Alan Alda.
May 21st, 1918. Dearest Jim, when you and I first married before the war, I remember talking often of our going to Paris. How strange to know that you were there before me. Although from what you say in your letters about children begging for food in the streets, France sounds nothing like we imagined it. What terrible things war does.
March 11th, 1945. Dear Anne, since the papers are full of the news, I guess I can tell you that I'm writing this from Burma. That's right, Burma. I bet you thought there was always a poem before the word and a shave after it. Now, what's a nice married guy from Delaware doing in Burma? I wish I knew. I see so much of hunger and disease and people being tragically affected by the war going on around them. How's the Red Cross work coming? I'll bet you look terrific in your uniform.
November 3rd, 1953. Jim Darling. Of course, the papers keep referring to a police action in Korea, never calling it a war. It seems to me that since the effect is the same, the word doesn't matter. All that does matter is how senseless it all is, disrupting still another country, bringing death and degradation of body and spirit with us.
December 12th, or maybe the 13th, 1968. Dear Annie, I still don't know how people can live in this climate. But I guess you can live anywhere if living is important enough to you. I sure intend to stay alive. It's very hard for any of us to feel noble about what we're doing, like I think people could during other wars. All war seems to be successful at is destroying crops and livestock and homes in every village it touches. I don't know who the enemy is anymore. I only hope it's not us. Well,
sweetheart, I'll close for now, as I always do, with the hope that we'll be together again soon and forever. Maybe things will be better next year, or 5 years, or 10 years from now.
I'm sure we'll do our part. I miss you. Love, Jim.
Love, Ann.
It never stops, does it? Here we are in 1980, up to our necks in another aftermath.
There must be something to be learned from all those years, all those wars.
We surely must have learned that hunger and sickness affect us all. People on every side of every war.
That the relief of suffering is up to us.
Now.
Right now.
Because We Care will return with Billy Crystal, John Travolta, and David Soul.
Good evening. I'm Chris Christopherson, and this is my band. Thank you. Like all of you, we're here because we care. And we're proud to be part of this evening. Met her in a shooting gallery, speeding like a goose. Like when both of us was used to making strangers. She shook me down for all I had and if we would lose. But
I just want someone to hold. I got too much rock and roll to be your wife. I can't live without the lightning, and I'm scared of growing older. So I'm bound to keep on running all my life.
Ladies and gentlemen, here is Billy Crystal.
Can you see me behind this? I just like to check. How are you? Thank you. I'm delighted to be part of this evening. I am in the midst of a major college tour, which is difficult for me because I'm allergic to corduroy. And, has anyone been to small claims court recently? For those of you who are outraged at ticket prices at theaters and movies, go to small claims court. For a good, cheap afternoon, what laughs? The thing is, everybody's angry. See? Everybody is so angry. Veins are popping all over the courtroom. The thing that's funny is nobody speaks English. You walk in, you hear people discussing the cases. You're going to no, whiplash, whiplash, whiplash. Now, a representative of the court comes out to talk to these people who are angry and not speaking, right? She comes out and says, anyone who needs a translator, please come with me. So she left alone. Now they read a roster of the cases that you're going to hear that day because everybody watches each other's case. It's really fun. Now, judging by the names of the cases, you can tell that certain cases are going to be over rather quickly. Rafael Hernandez versus American Airlines. And the cases get bizarre, you know. Your Honor, I'm suing this man here. He sold me a toupee. It's epoxied on backwards. I can't get it off my head. Every time I walk into a room, people say, see ya. I'm here. I would just like to add that in these times when our world is split more and more between us and them, and the haves and the have-nots, that it's important to remember that we're not alone, and they are not alone. And that's what this evening is all about. 3 special little words that mean so much to so many people, because we care. Thank you. Good night, everybody.
Here is John Travolta.
Thank you. This is the situation. In 1970, the population of Cambodia was almost 8 million people. Today, there are no more than 4 million still alive. Almost half of an entire nation has ceased to exist. And of those who remain, 1,000 women, children, men are dying every day. They need our help real bad. And this situation is not going to get any better, and our help won't give them luxury or security. It won't even free them from worry, but it'll only keep them alive. The rest of the problem is something for the future, but in order for there to be a future, we have to start with life. And I think that's what they deserve. It's what we all deserve. And I think it's what we must offer. I'm here because I care, and I'd like to add my voice to the others who care. The lady I'm about to present to you is a woman, an actress who no doubt cares. Her name is Jane Fonda.
People have said a lot about the countryside in difficult and lofty phrases, with feelings dark as night, cryptic or bitter as the words of a lover betrayed. But I would like now to say some simple things, simple as a field of rice or sweet potatoes, or a silent early morning. Please let me breathe again the air of yesterday. Let children frolic in the sun with kites over bamboo bridges. Just a narrow little space will be enough, 4 rows of bamboo trees surrounding, and leave a little space for an entrance, a place for a boy and girl to tell the story of the moon, for old women with babies to gather and chatter. Please give me back these things I've mentioned. A story so simple as a bird's unbroken song, as a mother, as a baby, as the life of long ago the poets used to tell. This poem was written by a young Vietnamese student who had lost his father, his sister, and his brother to the war, all within the space of a month. It's remarkable, I think, how much poetry has come out of the Southeast Asia of the last 20 years. And it's even more remarkable that poetry and the urge to write it could survive 20 years like that. The Vietnamese, the Laotian, the Thai, and Cambodian poets are students, they're priests, soldiers, and scholars. They've given the world a body of work that's rooted in pain, and of course their poetry reflects that pain. But there's also hope, patience, a deeply religious trust in the human spirit. Thank you.
There is a lovely lady with a lovely voice. Her name is Debbie Boone.
Of all the things I believe in, first and foremost is the belief that
There is a lovely lady with a lovely voice. Her name is Debbie Boone.
Of all the things I believe in, first and foremost is the belief that the gift of life is the most precious thing we have on earth, and that everything must be done to ensure that gift for every member of the human race. For all the children of the world, and for the child I carry inside me tonight, I pray you all share that belief with me. Say goodbye. Why, I can barely say good night. If I can hardly take my eyes from yours, how far can I go? Walk away. The thought would never cross my mind. I couldn't turn my back on spring or fall. Your smile least of all. When I say always, I mean forever. I trust tomorrow as much as today. I am not afraid to say I love you. And I promise never say goodbye. With dancers on a crowded floor, while other dancers live from song to song, our music goes on and on. And if I never leave your arms, I really will have traveled everywhere, for my world is there. When I say always, I mean forever. I trust tomorrow as much as today. I am not afraid to say I love you. And I promise you I'll never say goodbye. How could I ever say
In a moment, Walter Matthau, John Ritter, and Glenn Campbell.
Good evening. I'm Walter Matthau. It's difficult for an American to imagine the conditions under which a Cambodian family exists. All the basic conceptions of family life have been shattered by the events of the last 20 or 30 years. Today, the Cambodian family has splintered 1,000 ways into misery and despair, apparently without a shred of hope to sustain them. We must not ever be apathetic again. We must not ever be paralyzed again. We must never again say that we did not know what was going on right in front of our eyes. We must help a people come back to life. We must and we will. That is the lesson of this century. Here now is a young man whose concern for people is a matter of record, David Soul.
There have been times when it's been raining, when, Lord, I swear I've never been touched. Don't get me wrong, I'm not complaining. It's just that I always seem to miss so much. And there have been times when I've been searching searching in the darkness for someone to touch. Don't get me wrong, I'm not hurting. It's just that I always seem to miss so much. When looking up, I find I'm one step ahead and two behind. When looking down, I see one small shadow, looks a lot like me. There will come a time when it's all over, when my goodbyes become a must. No, I won't cry, because I'm sorry. It's just that I always seem to miss so much. I'm one step ahead and two behind.
Ladies and gentlemen, John Ritter.
Normally I would say that I'm very happy to be here, but I'm not really. I'm sad that there exists such a situation in our world today that needs attention. They are refugees without refuge. There is no shelter against death, no sanctuary, no retreat, no safe place. They, like all people, strive for life, but they are constantly reminded of death. It is one of the few sure things that they face. The others are starvation and suffering. Whether in the fields or in the camps or in the hospitals, there's a scarcity of everything except hopelessness. Not enough doctors, no laboratory to analyze their findings nor to boil water, no baby formula to give a mother who waits in the crowded clinic with breasts too dry for her infant twins, not enough medicine for too many people who must share their diseased beds. What is needed now is not justice, because it's too late for justice. It is time for mercy. Mercy is like the rainbow. It never shines after it is night. We have the opportunity to provide that mercy now. Thank you.
Here is a singer, a musician, an actor, and a man we're proud to have here with us tonight, Glen Campbell.
He's 5'2" and he's 6'4". He fights with missiles and with spears. He's all of 31, but he's only 17. He's been a soldier for 1,000 years. He's a Catholic, a Hindu, an atheist, a Jain, Buddhist, a Baptist, and a Jew. He knows he shouldn't kill, but he knows he always will. He'll you, my friend, for me, and me for you. He's fighting for Canada, he's fighting for France, he's fighting for the USA. He's fighting for Russia, and he's fighting for Japan, and he thinks he'll put an end to war that way. He's fighting for democracy, he's fighting for the Reds. He says it's for the truth of all. Yet he's the one who must decide who's to live and who's to die, and he never sees the writing on the wall. But without him, how could Hitler have condemned him at Dachau? Without him, Caesar would have stood alone. He's the one who gives his body as a weapon of the war, and without him, all this killing can't go on. Yes, he's the universal soldier, and he really is to blame. His orders come from far away no more. They come from here and there, and you and me. And brothers, can you see? This is not the way we put the end to war.
Because We Care will continue with Ed Asner, Michael Jackson, and Frank Sinatra.
For almost 20 years, these have been the voices of America. It's only natural that they're here with us tonight, Peter, Paul, and Mary. very beautiful actress, Valerie Harper.
Debbie, it's me, Virginia. Listen, Mr. Becker just came in, so I can't talk. Did you see the paper this morning? Oh, wait a minute. My light's flashing. Hang on. Good morning, Mr. Becker's office. Just one moment. I'll see who's calling, please. Mr. Becker, are you in for your broker? Okay, I see. I'm so sorry, Mr. Becker isn't in yet. Anyway, Debbie, listen, this article that I wrote, okay? Read this morning in the paper. I'm so nervous I can't talk. It's about these people in Cambodia. Yeah, it's incredible. Well, let me put it this way. Did you eat breakfast today? Debbie, don't give me the menu. I just asked you whether you did or not. Okay, you ate, I ate. This article was about people who didn't. Hold on, I got another call. Hello, good morning, Mr. Becker's... It's you, huh? You know, this heavy breathing is not a turn-on. And neither is that. Deb, these people need help. I'm telling you, they need food, they need medicine, they need everything. They can't go on. Deborah, hang on, I got another call. Mr. Becker's office? Oh, hi, Mrs. Becker. It's your wife, sir. Oh, certainly. By the way, your son called and he breathed at me again. I am so sorry, Mrs. Becker. He's on long distance. Now, listen, Deborah, listen. There's this group. Hold on, I got another call. Good morning, Mr. Becker's office. Who's calling? Oh, yes, I'm positive he's in. I just was speaking to him. Please hold on. Mr. Becker, Operation California's on the line. No, Becker, not this time. This call you take. Go ahead, please. Mr. Becker's most anxious to talk to you. Yes, go ahead. Thank you. You know something, Debbie? Today, I love my job.
Here's a name which stands for energy, enthusiasm, and talent. Michael Jackson.
Girl, close your eyes.
very much. Thank you very much, not only for your applause, but thank you for caring. And I'm very happy to be here, and I love you all. Thank you.
We'll rejoin Because We Care in a moment with Ali McGraw and Frank Sinatra.
A marvelous actor and a marvelous man, Ed Asner.
Okay, you guys, this is no picnic. Get the ladder out and start moving this baby formula. Russell, you're a big fella. Try lifting 20 pounds at one time. Don't worry about getting a hernia. Can't affect your love life either way. Manini, move those vitamins. Don't take them, just move them. What's everybody standing around for? There's no golden time on this job. Come on now. This is the darndest thing I've ever seen. You know, I've been working this place for about 30 years now. We've loaded and unloaded everything from tanks to tea bags. But I've never seen anything like this, never. It's all because of this Cambodian thing. Careful with the boxes, dummy. They got hypodermic syringes in them and they're breakable. So where was I? Oh, yeah, Cambodia. You see all this stuff here? You know where it's going? You got it. Cambodia. Huh? You put it over there next to the canned meat. So anyway, you're beginning to see what's going on here. But it gets better. It gets even better. Word gets around that we're storing the supplies for Cambodia here in this warehouse. Well, the next thing you know, people are coming into the door loaded with packages, and they're backing up their cars to the back gate of the loading dock. And there's this one person that really got to me. A little 6-year-old boy comes here the other day right after school. Says he wants to help too. And he hands me this pack of bubble gum. Now, this kid loves bubble gum more than anything else. And for him to part with that treasure was really something. I figure if my grandson could give up the thing that he loves the most, then there's still hope for this world. That's what I figure. Seligman! Seligman! How many times do I have to tell you not to stack the tractor parts on top of the egg crates? Now, that's not right. That's not right. Hey, you.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to read you a letter from Frank Sinatra. I am unable to be with you tonight, but my heart, my emotions, and my deepest feelings are with you all. I hope everyone listening and watching will be moved to respond in a positive way to this urgent appeal for help. It really is one world, and we really are all brothers. And that really is the bottom line. And now, via TV Globo from Rio de Janeiro, Frank Sinatra.
Spreading the news, I'm leaving today. I want to be a part of it. New York, New York, these vagabonds are longing to stray city that doesn't sleep, and find I'm king of the hill, top of the heap. These little town blues, they are melting away. I'll make a brand new start of it in old New York. If I can make it there, I'll make it anywhere. It's up to you, New York, New York. New York, New York. I wanna wake up in a city that doesn't sleep and find I'm king of the hill, hey, number one, top of the heap, king of the hill. These little town blues, they are longing to say, I'm gonna make a brand new start of it in old New York. And if I can make it there, I'll make it anywhere. It's up to you, New York, New York, New York.
Ladies and gentlemen, the very talented Ally McGraw.
Thank you. There's no longer any question of when or why or even if our responsibility as human beings makes us a part of this relief effort. The time is now, and the reason is the reason in the title of the show. Because we care. I'd like to tell you about three special people. Their names are probably familiar to you, and certainly their talents are. Alan and Marilyn Bergman, lyricists, and David Shire, composer, wanted to contribute something special to this evening. So they did what they do impeccably. They wrote a song. It's called Because We Care. And here to sing its first performance anywhere is Julie Andrews. No song could have a better beginning.
We read the morning paper, it's hard to start the day. If only we could roll it up and put it all away. We can't pretend that we don't know what's happening out there. We can't pretend because we care. We watch the news each evening. It's hard to sleep at night.
The face of fear, the eyes of pain are never out of sight. We can't sit back and just forget what's going on out there. We can't forget because we care. We can't pretend. We can't forget. We can't because we care. We have to look. We have to help. We must because we care. The world is getting smaller. We're running out of time. The mountain seems impossible until you start to climb. Together we can try to stop what's going on out there. We have to try because we care. We can't pretend. We can't forget. We can't because we care. We have to look. We have to help. We must because we care. We can't sit back. We have to try. We must because we care. It's time to look. It's time to help. It's time because we
Tonight, we've all been part of something very exciting. What began as a simple thought of doing something privately to relieve a people in desperate trouble has become a nationwide statement of the need for involvement. We here on this stage have been here for one reason only, to make you aware of this need.
If what you have seen tonight has moved you, entertained you, or excited you, and you would like to add your conscience to the list of those who care, please know that Operation California will welcome your help. If you would like to help, we want to assure you that everything received will go to the direct relief of the refugees in Southeast Asia. For further information, please contact Operation California, care of the International Rescue Committee, 500 South Lucas Street, Los Angeles, California, 90017. Or you may call at area code 213-858-6528.
And now, Walter, Julie, and I, and the entire company, these wonderful performers, thank you for being with us. And we thank to all the men and women who worked so hard and with so much dedication to make this program possible. While we show you their names, we hope you'll look into yourselves and find it in your own hearts to join us all as we continue to reach across the sea with hope, with help, and with love, because we care.
Good night, everybody. Thank
Good night.
For Because We Care, this is Hank Sims speaking.